You don't need a cosign. You need to lock in with the makers that are surrounding you. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Make the Way, the culture podcast where we decode culture in real time. I'm your cultural guide and guard, Mike Fair, and we're about to dive into the new codes to creating culture with the makers that surround you. Like the rest of the world, I was tuned in last night when Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan took home Oscar Gold for their amazing work in the breakout hit Sinners. And Coogler took home Best Original Screenplay, and Michael B. Jordan took home Best Actor for their work within Sinners. It goes without saying that this was a celebratory moment for millennials and Gen Z who have grown up watching Michael B. Jordan do epic portrayals across a ton of different movies, seeing the ascent of Ryan Coogler and his thoughtful and choiceful work across everything that he's done. And so this was a moment of celebration, not only for millennials and Gen Z, but specifically for Black millennials and Gen Z. Seeing these two awarded and celebrated at the highest level within the arts, specifically for film, it's meaningful and it's powerful. And aside from the historic nature of them winning, I think there are some other lessons for us to learn. It's going to be the typical analysis of why Coogler and Jordan won their awards or what it means because they are Black talent winning those awards. All of that is true and all of that is significant. But I want to break down something that I think is underpinning their success. And it's the fact that Coogler and Michael B. Jordan have linked together to fuel their individual and collective success. To date, Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan have collaborated on 5 films, starting with their critically acclaimed initial project together, which was Fruitvale Station in 2013. They've also done Creed in 2015, Black Panther in 2018, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever in 2022, which was a cameo from Michael B. Jordan. And now reaching Oscar Gold with the 2025 film Sinners. I think there's something important about the lesson that Ryan Coogler and Michael Jordan are offering us in their continued collaboration. And when we peel back the layers, this wasn't just about an actor and director finding connection or enjoying working together. These two individuals were collaborating and fueling each other's creative output, their individual execution, and honestly, fueling each other's success. And it leads to key takeaways that I know are inherently millennial and Gen Z. The first code is you have to build with those around you. I think a lot of times, especially in creative spaces, spaces where there's a lot of notoriety and visibility of your output, whether that's the arts, whether that's my world of advertising, marketing, and communications. I think sometimes we feel we have to have someone who's validating our work or co-signing our talent to get to a certain level. And I don't want to discredit the power of working within an organization or being connected to a particular agency or company or business. But I think there's something to be said about locking arms with the other creators, the other makers, thinkers, doers that surround you and creating with them. One of the things that I've learned in my own career is that a lot of times the great opportunity is going to come from potentially someone that you were in the trenches with, someone that you've collaborated well with, someone that understands how you work and you've made them better through your work. It's not always someone from high above that's going to see your work and understand your value. It's more than likely someone that you see as a peer, someone that is your peer that will be in a position of power or that you will collaborate and walk the walk together. And ultimately, you both are in positions of power and you can help each other. You can unlock the doors and give each other the keys. And so I think many times we're expecting someone to look down from on high and find us doing our work. And a lot of times It's us continuing to do our work, collaborating well with those around us, pushing those around us to be the best that they can be. And ultimately, we get better through that work. And then we can help each other, you know? And I think Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler exemplify this, the continued collaboration. Doing it specifically, honestly, they haven't, there are times where they've done other work outside of each other. But the reality is that they were continually thinking about how do we build our success through our collaboration. So don't forget to build with those that surround you. Kind of touched on this, but the second code is this idea of get better together. The reality is that we are all in the process of getting better each day by doing our work, by studying, by practicing, and then stepping up to the plate. The reality is that when you find some like minded individuals who are on that same journey, who are just as passionate about getting better as you, lock arms with them. How can you sharpen their iron? How can they be a prompt to you to do your work? I think about this in my own experience and even on this journey of sharing Make the Way as this podcast and vlog and pushing out content. A big part of me taking that step is having an accountability partner. One of my great friends, Lindsay, she is a educational consultant, a public speaker, an author, and she is on her YouTube content journey now, creating amazing content, inspiring educators and thought leaders around the world. She's keeping me honest. She's checking in with me about what I'm doing. We're giving each other ideas about content. We're giving each other critical and constructive feedback on what we're creating. That's been a powerful element of my development on this journey. I know that this is a part of the system that I'm leveraging to push out better content, to get better with every episode of Make the Way. And Lindsay's a big part of that. And I look at Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler as an example of that as well. I can tell through the continued work, through the way that they talk about their process together, and the way they acknowledge each other within their careers. They're pushing each other to get better every time, every project. I love that. And I think that is a distinct code that we all can take away from their shared success. The third code is very simple. Once you identify the people, once you identify the makers who are surrounding you, who are dedicated to their craft, lock in. You don't get better together without some form of a commitment to stay in it with each other, to look for opportunities, to speak that person's name in rooms that they're not in, to find opportunities to collaborate, to share resources, to share tools, to share information. That's what it means to lock in with someone. You're as committed to their success as you are to your own. It's a commitment. It's a dedication to their skill set, to their journey, just as much as it is to your own. And the fourth code is really this idea of honoring each other on the journey. I think one of the most beautiful things that I've acknowledged about Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan's journey is that they've always spoke highly of each other. They're always celebrating each other. Even when the accolades or the honors were individual, you can tell that it was a shared success. They're so locked into each other's development, each other's progress, that when one of them wins, it's a win for both. And so I think there's something for us to take away from that. This idea of honoring each other on the journey, celebrating each other's wins, and really looking at an individual success as a shared success. So it goes without saying, I'm incredibly proud of both Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. I think that their success speaks volumes to their commitment to their craft, their ability to keep going in the face of adversity, because I know there are a ton of no's, there's a ton of doubt. criticism, challenges systemic racism in the industry that they exist within, which is entertainment and the arts. And I think them winning at the highest level is a testament to their grit, to their genius, and to their commitment to each other. And so I honor you both. I'm excited for you. I can't wait to see what you do next, but I hope that you both celebrate and rest in this moment of celebration. Enjoy it, take it in, be present in it. Don't let it pass you by because it's huge and it's inspiring so many that you will never meet as we continue to make our way in our own ambitions. So thank you both. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Remember that success isn't a solo journey. It isn't something that we do in isolation or alone. Through these codes, we are able to get to success in a way that's shared and collaborative and dynamic. I see this as something that's powerful for Millennials and Gen Z, and I hope it's something that you apply in your own journey as you're making the way. Remember to subscribe to Make the Way. You can check out this content wherever you stream podcasts. Appreciate you listening and looking forward to checking in with you on the next episode of Make the Way. Peace, y'all.